Losing a life partner is among the most devastating challenges a person can face. The pain isn't just emotional, it's the sudden burden of countless decisions that now rest solely on your shoulders. In moments like these, it's easy to make choices driven by grief, isolation, or external pressure. However, certain decisions can lead to unnecessary regrets, financial strain, or emotional setbacks that hinder the healing process. The reality is that while grieving is deeply personal, some choices require extra caution before agreeing to them. In this video, we will explore 5 things you should decline after the loss of a spouse, common mistakes many make unknowingly, only to later realize they weren't truly prepared. These are the traps that can complicate an already painful time. By recognizing them early, you can safeguard your emotional, financial, and physical well-being. Stay with me until the end, because this isn't just about avoiding pitfalls, it's about ensuring that you move through this chapter of life with clarity, dignity, and the support you deserve. Before we start, we ask you to like the video and leave a comment to help the channel grow. Subscribe and activate the notification bell to stay updated on our content. Let's begin. The first mistake, making significant financial choices too soon. One of the most frequent missteps after losing a spouse is rushing into major financial decisions. It's understandable. Suddenly, you're responsible for managing bank accounts, insurance policies, investments, and possibly the tough decision of whether to sell or keep your home. Amid grief, taking immediate action may seem like a way to regain control or create stability. However, grief clouds judgment, and hasty financial moves can lead to long-term regrets. When emotions are high, decisions that appear logical in the moment may not serve your best interests in the future. Many widows and widowers feel pushed by well-intentioned friends, financial advisors, or their own sense of urgency to downsize their home, relocate, or make large investments. However, the months following a loss should be a period of emotional adjustment, not financial risk-taking. The wisest choice is to pause. Give yourself time to grieve before making decisions that could impact the rest of your life. Consider the case of 74-year-old Margaret. After her husband's passing, multiple people advised her to downsize right away. The reasoning seemed sound: less upkeep, reduced expenses, and a fresh start. Within a few months, she sold the home she had shared with her husband for 40 years and moved into a smaller apartment in another town. But once the initial shock faded, she realized she had acted out of panic. She missed her familiar environment, her supportive neighbors, and the comfort her home had provided. Looking back, she wished she had taken more time before making such a big transition. Financial decisions extend beyond real estate. Newly widowed individuals are often targeted by financial predators who view their vulnerability as an opportunity. Whether it's unsolicited investment offers, high-pressure sales tactics, or even well-meaning but uninformed advice from friends, it's essential to be cautious. If someone urges you to sign papers, withdraw large sums, or make a quick investment, take a step back. The best financial choices are rarely made in haste. Another frequent mistake is giving away money or assets too soon. Grief often brings a strong desire to support others, children, grandchildren, charities, or close friends. While generosity is commendable, making large financial gifts or prematurely distributing assets can leave you in a difficult position later on. What seems feasible now may not be sustainable in the future. Before making any significant financial decisions, consult with a trusted professional who understands your long-term needs and can help you strategize wisely. The first year after losing a spouse should be about stability, not drastic financial changes. Experts often recommend following the 1-year rule, which advises waiting at least a year before making any irreversible financial choices. This allows time for the initial emotional impact to subside, giving you the clarity to make decisions that truly serve your future. Losing a spouse is already one of life's most challenging transitions. The last thing you need is additional stress from preventable financial mistakes. Take your time, seek trustworthy guidance, and remember, there's no rush. The best choices come from a place of clarity, not sorrow. Number 2. Withdrawing from loved ones. After losing a spouse, it's completely natural to want solitude. Grief is an intensely personal journey, and sometimes being alone feels like the only way to process the pain. While taking time for yourself is essential, completely cutting off friends and family can deepen loneliness, making healing even more difficult. Many people retreat, convincing themselves they just need more time. But in reality, isolation can quickly turn into a habit that's hard to break. Human connection is vital for emotional well-being, especially during times of loss. When people distance themselves for too long, they often experience increased sadness, anxiety, and even a decline in physical health. Research has shown that prolonged social isolation weakens the immune system, raises blood pressure, and can even shorten life expectancy. On the other hand, maintaining even small social interactions can help lighten the emotional burden and offer a crucial sense of support. Consider the story of 78-year-old Walter. When his wife of 52 years passed away, he stopped answering phone calls, avoided family gatherings, and rarely left his house. He convinced himself he wasn't in the mood to talk, that no one could truly understand his grief, and that being alone was simply easier. But as the months went by, he felt worse instead of better. His days blurred together, his energy dwindled, and even his appetite changed. Everything shifted when a neighbor insisted he come over for coffee. That single conversation turned into a weekly tradition, then a small routine of meeting up with friends. The more he engaged, the lighter he felt. Not because the pain disappeared, but because he realized he wasn't alone in carrying it. The goal isn't to force yourself into big social events before you're ready. It's about taking small, manageable steps to stay connected. Whether it's answering a phone call, taking a short walk with a friend, or joining a support group, these small actions can prevent deep loneliness from setting in. Even if you don't feel like talking, that's okay. Simply being around others, even if just listening to a conversation, can remind you that life goes on and support is available whenever you need it. Another common mistake is pushing away the people who care most. Grief can bring exhaustion, irritability, or the sense that no one truly understands your pain. But shutting out loved ones can create unnecessary distance between you and those who genuinely want to help. Your family and friends may not have the perfect words, but their presence alone can bring comfort. Allowing them in, even gradually, can provide warmth when words fall short. It's also crucial to seek support from those who truly understand your experience. Connecting with others who have faced similar loss, whether through a grief support group, community meetings, or even online forums, can be incredibly healing. Speaking with people who genuinely relate to your pain can validate your emotions and reassure you that you're not alone in this journey. Grief doesn't follow a set timeline, and there's no single, right, way to heal. But prolonged isolation only makes the process more challenging. Finding small, meaningful ways to reconnect at your own pace can provide strength, support, and even moments of unexpected peace. Remember, you don't have to carry this weight alone. There are people who care, who want to support you, and who can help you move forward, one step at a time. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, leave a comment with the number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on notifications so you won't miss future videos. Your support allows us to continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire. Now, let's move forward. Research indicates that losing a spouse significantly raises the risk of heart disease, weakened immune response, and even cognitive decline. The stress of grief can contribute to high blood pressure, disrupted sleep patterns, and appetite changes. Some individuals lose interest in eating altogether, while others turn to unhealthy comfort foods. Over time, these shifts can severely impact both physical and emotional well-being. The key is not to expect yourself to recover immediately, but to make small, intentional choices that support your body's strength as you navigate this challenging period. Consider the case of 81-year-old James. After his wife passed away, he stopped cooking for himself. He told himself he simply wasn't hungry, and when he did eat, it was usually something quick and processed. Within a few months, he began feeling weaker, struggled with sleep, and experienced constant fatigue. His daughter noticed the decline and encouraged him to start eating balanced meals again, even if he lacked an appetite. Once he made small changes, preparing simple, nutritious foods and staying hydrated, his energy improved, his mood stabilized, and he felt more capable of coping with the emotions that accompanied his grief. Self-care extends beyond nutrition. It also includes movement, rest, and emotional well-being. Many people stop exercising after losing a spouse, not because they lack the desire to stay active, but because they no longer have a companion to do it with. However, staying physically active, even through a short daily walk, has been proven to reduce stress, elevate mood, and enhance overall longevity. In some cases, joining a local walking group or fitness class provides both physical benefits and valuable social interaction. Another common mistake is neglecting medical care. Many widows and widowers skip routine checkups or delay necessary treatments because they feel overwhelmed. However, this is precisely when prioritizing health becomes even more essential. If you haven't visited a doctor in a while, schedule an appointment. Keeping up with regular medical evaluations, managing existing conditions, and staying consistent with prescribed medications can significantly improve both physical and emotional resilience. Mental health is just as vital as physical health. Grief can lead to depression, anxiety, and even a sense of hopelessness, especially when combined with social isolation. If you're struggling, don't hesitate to seek support. Talking to a counselor, joining a grief support group, or confiding in a trusted friend can offer relief and reassurance. You don't have to face this journey alone, and reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a step toward healing. Your spouse would have wanted you to care for yourself. Honoring their memory doesn't mean sacrificing your well-being, it means continuing to live in a way that allows you to find moments of peace and strength. It's natural to grieve, to take your time, and to feel the weight of loss. But even amid sorrow, remember that your health still matters. You are still here, and your well-being is worth protecting. The relationship progressed faster than she anticipated, and soon she found herself trapped in something that didn't feel right. Eventually, she had to step back and take time for herself. Looking back, she wished she had allowed herself more time before making such a significant decision. A new relationship should be built on genuine connection, not just emotional relief. When someone has spent decades with a spouse, the shared routines, habits, and memories become deeply ingrained. Jumping into a relationship before fully processing that loss can lead to unfair comparisons, unrealistic expectations, and feelings of guilt. Many widows and widowers struggle with conflicting emotions, wanting to move forward but feeling as though they are betraying the person they lost. These emotions are natural, but they need to be acknowledged and worked through before entering something new. Another concern is vulnerability to those with bad intentions. Unfortunately, some people take advantage of grieving individuals, offering emotional support only to manipulate or exploit them financially. Scammers and even well-meaning but opportunistic individuals often target widowed seniors, knowing they may be emotionally fragile and seeking companionship. This is why it's crucial to trust your instincts and take your time. If someone pressures you to commit quickly, make financial decisions, or distance yourself from family and friends, these are red flags that shouldn't be ignored. This doesn't mean avoiding love or companionship forever. Many widows and widowers eventually find meaningful relationships later in life, but the healthiest and most fulfilling ones happen when both individuals are truly ready, when the decision is made from a place of healing rather than desperation. Time and reflection are key. Taking time to process grief, rediscover personal identity, and find peace in being alone before seeking a new partner makes a significant difference. If you decide to date again, go at your own pace. Take time to understand what you truly want in a relationship and ensure you are entering it for the right reasons. Talk to trusted friends or family members about your feelings, and don't feel pressured by anyone's opinions. whether they think it's too soon or that you should never be alone. The decision is yours alone. At the end of the day, grief and healing are deeply personal journeys. There is no rush, no deadline, and no rulebook. The most important thing is to take care of yourself first, so that if and when the time comes, any new relationship you enter is built on a foundation of strength, peace, and true companionship. Letting go wasn't about forgetting. It was about creating space for healing. Releasing certain belongings doesn't mean you love them less or that their memory fades. It simply means allowing yourself the room to breathe. Instead of making drastic changes all at once, start small. Choose a few meaningful keepsakes, such as a piece of jewelry, a handwritten letter, or a favorite photo, and create a special place for them. Then, when the time feels right, begin sorting through other items, deciding what truly holds significance and what is simply taking up space. One common mistake is feeling pressured by others to get rid of things before you're ready. Well-meaning friends or family may suggest that you should clear things out or move on, but this is a deeply personal decision that should be made on your own timeline. If you're not ready, don't rush it. At the same time, be mindful that keeping everything out of guilt or fear may be prolonging your sadness more than necessary. There's also emotional value in repurposing rather than simply removing. Some people find comfort in transforming an old shirt into a quilt, compiling letters into a memory book, or passing down sentimental items to loved ones who will cherish them. This way, their presence remains, but in a way that brings warmth instead of only sorrow. In the end, grief isn't about possessions. It's about love, memories, and the deep bond you shared. No object can replace a person, but holding on to everything they owned won't bring them back either. Letting go in small, intentional ways is not an act of forgetting. It's a way of honoring their memory while making space for your own healing. Moving forward doesn't mean moving away from them. It simply means carrying them with you in a way that allows both love and life to coexist. Losing a spouse is one of life's most profound and painful experiences. It changes everything, the way you live, the way you think, and even how you envision the future. But in the midst of grief, it's important to remember that every decision you make can either support or hinder your healing. That's why avoiding these 5 common mistakes, rushing financial decisions, isolating yourself, neglecting your health, jumping into a new relationship too soon, and holding on to everything without allowing change, can make a meaningful difference in your ability to move forward with strength and clarity. Grief has no set timeline, and there is no right or wrong way to process it. However, steering clear of these common pitfalls can help you navigate this chapter of your life in a way that protects both your heart and your future. Healing doesn't mean forgetting, and moving forward doesn't mean leaving your spouse behind. It means honoring their memory in a way that allows you to continue living with purpose, peace, and even joy in the moments ahead. What resonated with you the most? Which of these points feels most relevant to your own life? We'd really like to hear your perspective, so drop a comment below and tell us one key takeaway you're walking away with and how you might apply it. Your insights matter to us, so don't hold back. Seeing your feedback truly motivates and energizes us. If this video added value for you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support allows us to keep making meaningful content that educates and uplifts. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to connect with you again in the next one.